Hello, everyone. Welcome to my show. Today is Monday, July 6th, 2026. Everybody had fun here at the 4th of July here on Saturday. It was the 4th of July weekend, and I hope everybody had a great time. And outdoor, lost saw on TV where they out there shooting fireworks, where they showed on CNN, NBC, and Special News 14 count out. Yes, it is. It's great. And although I didn't have the chance to do some fireworks here on Saturday, well, anyway, I was not on the lake heart in Butner. That was on Friday night when I held some fireworks up there. Hope everybody had a great time. But damn, it was hot. It was hot outside, like 100 degrees, 107 degrees out here, and it's extremely hot. But I'm glad everybody was safe. Everybody was safe. Drinking water is a good thing, and staying hydrated is a good thing. As always, to this party, I think it's really, really part of a good one. Stay hydrated and don't get too hot and don't stay too long. Because staying too long, getting hot, it's not a good thing to do. If we stay hot, you fall out and you pass out. That's what it is. But anyways, stay home, drink some water, come inside, stay home, drink some water, stay hydrated. That's all you can do. But now we're going to that World Cup. The 16 last night. Well, sad thing, Mexican just lost. Not though they have been dominant, they have been orthodox here to get to the World Cup. And yes, they just lost to England. That was last night. I know it's hard, sad, and I'm not going to argue about it, but it is what it is. And the USA's soccer is in on it. They have 6 points, and they are in first place, and they are on it. I mean, excuse me. US is number one. USA soccer is number one. They clear to face Belgium. That starts tonight at 8 o'clock. And you see it on Fox. You're going to see that on Fox. I hope US will win. I hope USA will win. And what the World Cup will end, well, let's just say July 19th. So that's what it's all about. So now, July the 19th, it's a day that you'll never ever forget, and you're just going to say it like this. Well, anyway, all I can say is this. All I say is this. I say 2 o'clock. I'd be glad to watch it. And I'd be glad to watch the World Cup. If USA gets there, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Now, England and Norway. That will be Saturday. That is on July. Let's just say July 11th. Right? July 11th. And I hope they get. I hope England can win. I hope England beat Norway. That's just like they did to Mexico last night. And here's where it all start here right now. Let's go to Mexico versus England, and England has some other plans that you have just saw. I mean, England they are tough to beat, and last night was a good one. Mexico and England have fight to the very end, and Jesse really has. I mean, anyway, I'm very proud of both teams, very proud for both teams. And now you just said about this in the morning. I think England is the one that beat Mexico last night, and yes, it really has. It really has. But here's what went down last night. Harry Kane and England face a major challenge at the 2026 World Cup, and FIFA is allowed three Lions players to combat it with Voyager. The England nation team is one of the top nations left competing at the World Cup as the round of 16 gets set to kick off July 4th. However, Thomas Tuchel's team faced a monster task as England travels to Mexico to face the tournament co-host, Mexico's Nathan Stadium. The Arsenal Azteca is historically known as one of the toughest venues to play soccer matches in due to altitude. However, FIFA's reporting granting England's players permission to use Vertigo to deal with furniture during the game. Now, I believe it's important because England and the players, those players can know how they can beat Mexico, right? Well, I think you're right. Now, the Sun Football reports that England players could potentially resign during ethical disfaction drug if they want to fight altitude sickness. Mexico City is roughly 7,350 feet above sea level, and the Mexican team really loses matches in the stadium. Clearly, there are other benefits to the threat dart. It reports are executed about World Cup stars taking it during the world's biggest soccer competition. Mexico boasts an incorporated home record as the Azteca during its legendary run at the stadium. Inter had only lost two of their 89 matches in the stadium, and the last defeat came back in 2013. Many soccer fans feel and believe the England World Cup team is capable of ending its drought at the tournament. They claim Rice, Protocol, Sexa, Kane, and the rest of the squad essentially boasts a lot of talent. However, England's quick turnaround from playing against a tough DR Congo team on July 1st could prove to be challenging. The Three Lions never came away with a 2-1 against the African nation in the round of 32. England now faces a quality Mexico side that has managed to play all four of its opening matches inside their home country. Mexico and England boosting the third best World Cup odds to win the competition entering the next round. Now, as we all say this now, they could be better or get to the next round. And last night they beat Mexico 3-2. Not that bad, but it was about. And yes, it is. It never take that away for England. And England did their job, and they did their job, and just like that. And they have scored 3 goals. Mexican has 2. And boy, it has been a great one. Now for Mexico right now, I mean, they had their heads up. They had their heads up high. They had their heads up high, and after that, there was just like everything that goes on the world, everything that's going on Mexicans' way, but it's not. Until last night, it was tough to be. It was close. That wouldn't be close for real. Now we know the USA soccer team is going to face Belgium. That will be tonight. But we're going to see and find out what went down here. And we're talking about Mexico now. It really, Mexico just fell short. Now, we say this Mexico had an enormous home field advantage and an opportunity to make its deepest run in the World Cup, but Italy let it slip away against England on Sunday night. Playing at altitude with a passenger backing of 80,824 fans at Astro Altitude, and with a man advantage for most of their second half. Mexico scored twice but could never capitalize and lost 3-2. Mexico haven't concluded a goal in its first 4 World Cup matches but had no answers for Jude Bellingham, who scored twice in a 98-second span in the first half. To dream and then fall like this hurts deeply. But the players should have leave their with their heads held high, said the coach. They give it their all on the pitch, but it wasn't meant to be today. The fans had high hopes, and we couldn't get the job done and get them another night of joy. While Eltoral made a step forward from their group stage exit in Qatar in 2022 to defeat Leeds and build taste for Mexico fans who were hoping to see their country's first quarterfinal appearance since 1986. When it last hosted the World Cup, Mexico has been eliminated in a round on 16 times since then. We played against a strong team in an amazing stadium, in an amazing country. I feel almost to say sorry that you are out after seeing all the emotions from the people on the other side of the street. You should be proud of your team. England manager Thomas Tuchel said. Aguero will step down after his third stunt as Mexican's coach. Rafael Quez, a former Bengal defender, who was Aguero's assistant as this World Cup, will replace him. These 5 matches are unforgettable. I am saying goodbye to the Ecuador Altar and leaving with great pride after so many years. Aguero said, Rafael is a great kid, a very good coach, and he is going to show it. Hopefully, he is going to do it better than me. It was Mexico's third competitive loss at Aztec, which opened in 1966 after a pair of 2-1 defeats in World Cup quarterfinals to Costa World Cup in 2001 and to Honduras in 2013. I am sad we had everything to win that match. England did not play well. They had 5 shots on goals and scored 3, says Mexico fan Juan Mora Caballero, a 44-year-old businessman. It was the perfect scenario to take the next step, and now we must wait for that victory. Now, I say this. I believe it's going to continue, and it seems like this. The whole Mexico teams, and like this whole that we always said this. This World Cup is crazy, crazy, crazy. It's pretty good for business, and just like this, Mexico shouldn't have this game. Should have that one time. They shouldn't have this game tiny when England was there. But they play good. They play good soccer. They play well in soccer, and they came out short. So, what's next for Mexico? We'll have to find out in the next 4 years. Now we'll go to the U.S. U.S. needs to win tonight. U.S. needs to beat the other team tonight to get to round 8. And now the first 8 of round 8. Now it says this. USA needs to win tonight for real. I gotta say this. I love the USA soccer team. Remember the USA women's soccer team where they beat China back in 1999? That was in July, when that lady had kicked the last shot and scored a goal in the penalty kit to have US beat China, and it was a good one. And that's what it is. Easy as it gets, the epic as it gets. Now, on the other hand, I believe so. I know that back in the 2010s, in the decades in 2010s, U.S. women's soccer team had won 2 World Cups. Back in 2015 when they beat Japan, and then back in 2019. Now it says this here on the men's U.S. soccer team, they are going to be right here. They're all there are playing their country. and they're gonna win this game hopefully tonight. I gotta say this: I love the U.S. soccer team. I think they're gonna be better. I think they're gonna be better here right now, and they're gonna be better tonight. So, how can everything going on that this is going to continue? This is going to be up, and I can say it about this. Can they have their breakthroughs here tonight? Can they beat Belgium? That says this. At the end of the day, a day before the most significant match in U.S. men's soccer history, justice was served. Front Bogolan, the dynamite U.S. striker who scored a goal in each of the three matches he's playing in this World Cup, will play against Benguela in Monday's magic round of 16 showdown. FIFA lifted the highly controversial one-game ban Sunday that will have prevented Benguela from playing against Belgium. He had received a straight red card for accident stepping on the right angle of Barcelona Hezbollah defender turned Bakwala in Wednesday's round of 32. No evidence of intent by Benguan to harm Bakwala's, and the match referee did not even issue a yellow card in real time before VAR intervened to signal him off. Justice was served. The board has long excused that this justice was served after U.S. Soccer threatened legal action against FIFA for incorrectly applying its video assistance referee process. A source with the intimate knowledge of the process told the Post on Sunday night, despite FIFA's rules that a case such as Bogolan's cannot be appealed, a grid that was led by U.S. Soccer CEO J.T. Baston and COO Dane Harvest fought the ruling based on VAR having been applied incorrectly. They immediately put this process into motion Wednesday night after the U.S. defeated Barcelona. The sources said U.S. soccer authorities were involved, as well White House authorities, and this went as high up as President Donald Trump, who reached out to FIFA President Gianni Infantino. Infantino told Trump it was a matter which was already under review by FIFA's disciplinary community. From the independent community, it was the disciplinary community that ultimately overturned the ban. After the Bungan decision became public, Trump posted on social media, "Thank you." He posted on Truth Social, "Thank you to FIFA for doing what was right and reversing a great injustice." According to the sources, U.S. Soccer presented to FIFA the prospect of bringing in the Court of Arbitration for Sports which it acts as the supreme global judicature for athletic duties, and CAS law is appealed in sports cases that require a legal resolution. But I really think that he should be okay right now. He should be okay to play when they face Bangalore. That will be tonight at 8 o'clock. And you're going to see it on Fox at home. Millers are going to be watching at home. Dancers and intensives are going to be going. And they're going to see it on tonight's game. Millers are going to be watching at home to see the USA win in the round of 16. And I got to go. Best of luck and good luck for them. Hope they win. Subscribe to this video. Check me out on YouTube and make a comment, please. Until then, take care and peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.